Hey guys, this is Joseph Lucero with Powerlifting Technique, and today we're going to talk about a top shoulder workout that's going to help you thrive, whether you're a powerlifter, strongman, even a bodybuilder. Because if you are a bodybuilder listening right now, the biggest thing is this: if you can get stronger, you'll be much more capable to handle sub-maximal loads and even those isolation movements that you guys thrive off of. So someone with a big shoulder press might also have a stronger lateral raise and all those things that come with shoulders. So it's definitely important that anyone who lifts weights pays attention to this video to have a better outcome. So we're going to do a shoulder workout. I'm going to pick 5 movements that I think you should do today. And I bet by the end of the workout, you'll be sweating, exhausted, and feeling like you're going to grow and be an even better athlete from it. So the biggest thing I want to make sure you understand is with my 5 movements, I'm going to primarily focus on working compounds first and then go into isolation after the fact. So for any good shoulder workout to exist, you got to start off with the overhead press. I'm going to show you my overhead press and then give you some recommendations if you cannot do that movement after the fact. So I'm going to start off hopefully in an upright position. And then as I push the bar, I'm going to push my head through and then get in an advantageous position to keep lifting heavier. So the goal is to start here, push your head through, and then bring it back down with control. Now, if you are a strongman, I would recommend doing this version of the overhead press. If you're a powerlifter and have achy shoulders from all the horizontal pressing, I would recommend maybe doing a shoulder press, but from an incline. So set up the incline at 70 degrees, do it this way, and do it from a seated position with back support so that you can just focus on effort in that fashion. Same thing for bodybuilders. I would recommend the same kind of thing, a slight incline with a back support shoulder press. But if you really want to focus on effort and nothing on technique to just kind of make it simpler, just do a machine shoulder press, but primarily use an overhand grip to influence your elbows to go outward and inward to really hit that front deltoid and to exist in a motion that not a lot of strength athletes do. Now, the next exercise I'm going to recommend is an upright row. So I'm going to get my hands in shoulder width position. And what I do is with my upright row, I'm not going to glide against the body like this. I'm actually going to let the bar go in front of me 3 to 4 inches. Because when I do that, I put more pressure on my lateral deltoids, my medial deltoids, because when I go away from my body and pull up, it almost looks like a lateral raise. If you can handle the distance in a barbell, I'd go 5 sets of 12. If that's too hard, you can use a cable machine or you can use dumbbells as well if you kind of need that freedom for unilateral strength. The next thing I would do is a dumbbell or a cable lateral raise. So right here, I've actually done a video on this. So make sure you check it out to get kind of all the little details about lateral raises. But I would do 3 sets of 15 because now, since I'm going in a single joint isolation movement, I'm going higher reps and focusing on one muscle at a time so I can really get that muscle to grow and to get stronger. Once I've done that one, I'm actually going to go to a face pull. Now, I've actually done a video on face pulls too. So if you want to check that one out, make sure you look on our channel for more information. What I would do for face pulls is I would go a lot of reps. I would go 3 sets of 20. I would recommend face pulls to the chin because when I do this, my elbows go away and forwards, and that corresponds to my rear deltoid. If I pull it to my forehead, that drags my forearm upward, and that actually hits the medial deltoid instead. Because your workout has primarily hit the front and the medial deltoid, you want more rear deltoid. So I would recommend pulling towards the chin and keeping your elbows flat to the floor and doing that for sets of 20, perhaps 3 to 5 sets of 20. Okay. Focus on form and technique and making sure your elbows and forearms stay flat. Now, the last exercise is something I don't talk about a lot, and it's called around the world. When you do this exercise, you got to get a plate. It's 25, 35, 45. If you're a stud, I got a 35-pound bumper with me, but you hold it like a steering wheel, more like 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock, maybe not 2 and 10 or whatever they tell you in class, but you're going to hold it in front of you and have a gap. Keep your elbows bent. You're going to go around your head and then back to the front. So again, around the head and back to the front. And I would recommend 10 reps one way and 10 reps the other way, because what's happening with that exercise is it challenges your shoulder strength, front, middle, and rear. And because you're going in a circular motion, that's a contraction or a type of contraction or movement that isn't common with strength training that could maybe make you stronger in all different areas of your performance. So it builds shoulder health and keeps you more stable and prepared. So if I was to run through this again, overhead press, 2 sets of 10, some kind of variation of it. Upright rows, 5 sets of 12. Keep a gap from you in the resistance. Lateral raises, 3 sets of 15. Face pulls to the chin for rear deltoids, sets of 20, 3 to 5 sets. And then I would do around the world for 2 to 3 sets, 10 reps one direction, 10 reps the other direction. By the end of it all, your shoulders will be tired, exhausted, and feeling better and more prepared for future sessions. Again, my name is Joseph Lucero. If you have questions or concerns, leave a comment below. We'll answer your questions. Like the video, subscribe, and hopefully we'll catch you next time.